Hello, this is Saving Winslow, chapters 39 through 42. Let's get started. Chapter 39, Follow Me. Louis had never been to Nora's house. He knew what street she lived on and that it was a short one, but he did not know which house was hers. Winslow, wearing a new halter, was at his side. Louis walked the length of her street, hoping that that maybe she would be outside, and then turned and walked back to the other side, kicking at pebbles along the way. Stupid animal control officer, stupid board of health, stupid regulations. He sensed that Winslow at his side sympathized. Stupid Mrs. Tooley, stupid crying baby. Hey, Louie! It was Nora, standing at the door of a small white house. She came down the walk, pulling on her jacket. This way, she said, motioning to a path across an empty lot. Nora paused to stroke Winslow's head and to let him slobber on her sleeve, and then she led the way through the lot and out into a narrow dirt road. It's a shortcut. Been there before? Louis was disoriented. No, I don't think so. Where does it end up? Follow me. You'll see. There were not many homes along the dirt road. Most were small and old, some were trailers, and some abandoned. You never been back here? Nora asked. I don't think so. Maybe a long time ago. I don't know. Where does it end up? The dump. Oh, then the main road is on the other side? Yes. They were not far along when Winslow stopped, alert, and brayed loudly. A dog chained to a tree in one of the yards barked ferociously in return. Winslow strained at the halter. Straining, he was pulling, and continued to bray, unleashing a furious diatribe of erps and arps and oinka oinka. The man came out of the house and smacked the dog with the newspaper. Get that donkey out of here, he yelled. Go on, get a move on. Sorry, Louis said. I never heard him like this, the man shouted. Donkeys and dogs don't get along. Louis and Nora managed to steer Winslow away and down the road. Wow, Nora said. That was ugly. Scared me a little, Louis admitted, but I think Winslow was trying to protect us. Definitely not going by that place again. They decided to carry on to the dump and then return by the main road. But when they reached the road, Louis suggested they continue on to Uncle Pete's farm. Nora put her hands to her chin. I don't know. How far is it? Not real close, but not too far. That's not real helpful, Louie. Come on, you'll like it. I might not. I don't guarantee I'll like it. But you might. Chapter 40. Are they going to make it? A long, wide dirt driveway led up to Uncle Pete's clapboard farmhouse. Louis steered Nora and Winslow around the table toward the red barn in the back. Winslow's ears perked up, swiveling his this way and that, taking in the sounds of the cows and the pigs and the sheep and the chickens, a lively barn song of moos and oinks and baas and cackles. Winslow pranced and leaped, eager to investigate. Nora's hands were pressed to her cheeks. I don't know, she said. I don't know if I can do this. Uncle Pete waved them from the tractor. Hey there! Go on, wander around, check out the newborn lambs and the calf. I'll be back soon, he rumbled off on the tractor into an adjacent field. In a smaller pen, separated from the rest of the sheep, was a ewe and her twin lambs, so tiny and scrawny, with short, sparse white hair revealing pink skin beneath. One lamb was standing and stumbling about, and the other was curled against its mother. That looked so much like Winslow when you got him, Nora said. Was Winslow really that little and that scraggly? He was, remember? Winslow pressed his nose against the wire pen and made the softest sound. a little like the please he had first uttered on that day that Louis's father had brought him home. The ewe lifted her head, acknowledging Winslow, and answered him with a single "Bah!" before she bent her head down to her newborn. The other newborn stumbled this way and that until it collapsed against its mother, joining its twin. Are they going to make it? Nora asked. I hope they're going to make it, but they seem so frail, don't they? That's how they all are at first, Louis said, surprising himself with his own confidence. He had seen dozens of newborn lambs in the past, and he had often felt as Nora did. Will they make it? They seem so frail. But they had all made it, all except one or two, and Winslow had made it, and he and Louis had made it. Chapter 41. Easy, boy, easy. Nora clapped her hands to her mouth each time she saw a new animal, as if she were trying to keep something inside from escaping. Louis watched her take it all in. Lambs, the tottering calf and its big head and curly fur, the pink squealing piglet. He had never seen Nora so animated. Winslow pushed his muzzle through fence openings, introducing himself. The newborn calf and Winslow stood nose to nose, smelling each other till the calf's mother mooed loudly and shoved Winslow's nose back through the fence, scolding him for getting too close to her baby. The chickens fluttered and squawked and were not happy to see this new donkey creature near their shed, but they put on a showy display for Nora, and she knelt near them. They strutted this way and that, clucking in quick bursts. Louis had the odd feeling that something was missing, but he didn't know what that might be. He glanced around, trying to identify the missing piece. They returned to the sheep pens and were watching the lambs, still curled against their mother, when the tractor returned to the barn and Uncle Pete called out to them. Winslow's ears swiveled this way and that. He brayed loudly from around the side of his house. A stuffy brown dog ambled lazily in their direction. Easy, boy, easy, Uncle Pete said to Winslow. Just my lazy old scaredy cat watchdog who is slow in realizing that visitors have approached. Check that tail wagging. Couldn't frighten off a toad. We heard the donkeys and the dogs let out along. Don't We heard the donkeys and dogs don't get along, Louis said. Well, often that's the case, but this here old thing doesn't know he's a dog, and he doesn't seem to know that Winslow is a donkey either. And then Louis knew what was missing. There had always been a donkey at the farm, a touchy, protective, and stubborn donkey. Uncle Pete had called it his LGD, and it was Gus who had said that LGD stood for Little Gray Donkey. That LGD was Winslow's mother. Chapter 42. Sorry. The next day began well enough, with the sun shining in the windows and Louis pulling on one of Gus's old jackets to wear to school, and his parents getting ready to work, and Winslow prancing around his pen and sniffing the air for spring scents. A day can begin so well, but Miss Julie came outside to scold Louis and his parents and Winslow, all of them, for all that terrible noise day and night. But he doesn't usually bray at night, Louis tried, only occasionally. It's too much, I tell you, too much. I'm exhausted. I'm going crazy. Did that health person come? Did she tell you that animal can stay here? Did he tell you the regulations? Louis's mother said, They came. They told us. His father said, We're very sorry you've been disturbed. We're taking care of it. Louis did not say anything because his father had placed a cautioning hand on his shoulder. But what he was thinking was, Your baby disturbs us. Your crying baby wakes me up. Shortly after, Miss Chuli went back inside her house. Mac walked up the drive. He looked as if he were carrying a heavy weight on his back. "What's the matter?" Louis asked. "Claudine." "Oh, again?" "She's breaking my heart, Louis." Mac rubbed his hand down Winslow's neck and back. "I wish Gus were here," he said. Louis and his parents silently nodded. "I miss him," Mac said. Louis and his parents continued to nod in silent agreement. "I mean, I know protecting people and our country is important, and I know it's selfish to wish someone else had gone instead, but I miss him." A sad and mournful and barely audible "Yaw" was Winslow's response. Louis was unable to speak. It rained the rest of the day. I hope you've enjoyed chapters 39 through 42 of Saving Winslow. We're getting almost to the last chapters.